これから2015年度第2回国連英検 B 級のリスニングテストを始めます。
1. Directions. You will hear 10 statements or questions. For each statement or question, choose the most appropriate response and mark your answer on your answer sheet. Number 1.
Could you take a message?
Number 2. Mr. Smith can see you now, so will you come this way? Number 3.
I'm not really in the mood for pasta tonight.
Number 4. Don't skateboard in this area. Can't you read? Number 5.
Could you tell me how to get to the park?
Number 6. Great idea, and I think we should present it to the manager. Number 7.
Would you be kind enough to put these groceries in my car?
Number 8. What would you do if you won a lot of money? Number 9.
Who's supposed to do the photocopying?
Number 10. I heard you won the cycling race. Congratulations! Two. Directions. You will hear 10 short conversations. Choose the best answer for each follow-up question and mark your answer on your answer sheet. Number 11. I see you are still smoking a lot of cigarettes.
Unfortunately, I am. I've tried, but I just can't seem to kick the habit.
I know it's difficult. Have you tried nicotine gum? It helps some people. Question. What does the woman probably want to do? Number 12.
Darn, I just realized I don't have any money.
No problem. We can just rob that bank over there.
Unfortunately, I forgot my water pistol, so I'll just go to the ATM, thanks.
Question. Which of the following words best describes the tone of this conversation? Number 13. I'm so excited. I passed the B2 French language proficiency test.
That's wonderful. You worked really hard during our lessons.
Yes, I can't thank you enough. And I can't wait to start preparing for the next level. Question. What is most likely the woman's relationship to the man? Number 14.
Job hunting interviews have been extended into the summer this year. What are you going to wear to your interviews?
The usual. White shirt, necktie, dark slacks, dark shoes. Why?
Well, because some necktie-free fashions were shown at a job hunting event recently.
Question. According to the woman, how might job hunting clothing change this summer? Number 15. So, Kumi, I heard you were thinking about doing a homestay in Canada.
Yes, I am. I want to ask your advice. I was thinking about going to Vancouver. It's quite safe, isn't it?
I wouldn't say don't go there, but like in other large cities, you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Question. What does the man suggest about the safety of Vancouver? Number 16.
Why didn't you eat those dates or drink the coffee our host offered us?
I don't like dates, and Dubai coffee is terrible.
Are you kidding? Don't you know that it is very rude to refuse hospitality in Dubai?
Question. Why is the woman angry at the man? Number 17. Excuse me. Excuse me? Here's your trash back, ma'am.
What? That isn't my trash.
Sure it is. You just threw it on the ground 10 seconds ago. Question. Why does the man give the woman her trash back? Number 18.
My department has organized an interesting staff getaway. We are going glamping this weekend.
Sorry, did you say glamping?
Yes, it's short for glamour camping. It's a very popular activity for company trips recently. Haven't you heard of it?
Question. Which of the following best describes what the woman will do this weekend? Number 19. Okay, class. Your reports are due tomorrow. Remember, they must be typed. Yes, Sandra?
Can I use my smartphone and send it by email?
No, you can't. As I said, I want you to use a PC, print it, and submit a paper copy. Question. What current issue is most likely shown in this conversation? Number 20.
Can you turn my mic up, please?
Yep. Okay, it's up.
Good. Now, can you turn down my amp just a smidgen?
Question. What is most likely the relationship between the man and woman? Three. Directions. You will hear 5 conversations. After each conversation, you will hear 2 follow-up questions. Choose the best answer for each question and mark your answer on your answer sheet. Questions 21 and 22 are based on the following conversation.
I'm quite concerned that the issue of conscription has come up in Japan.
So am I. I've heard in Korea that armed forces service for men can be up to 3 years. But I'm relieved the Prime Minister has said clearly that we won't have it.
I wonder why the Prime Minister had to say that, though.
What do you mean? Do you think he wasn't telling the truth?
The idea came from somewhere, and he was asked a question about it. In my opinion, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Number 21. What is the main topic of this conversation? Number 22. Which of the following best describes the woman's attitude in this conversation? Questions 23 and 24 are based on the following conversation. Have you heard about the new driverless car?
Driverless car? Do you mean the cars that brake by themselves?
No, that is a driver-assisted system. A driverless car is completely automated, so after you set the destination, it drives itself.
Well, I don't think I want one. I enjoy driving.
Maybe, but you and every other driver are the least reliable part of a car. I don't think any human being will be driving in 10 years' time. Number 23. According to the conversation, which of the following is true of a driver-assisted car? Number 24. According to the man, what is the most dangerous part of a car? Questions 25 and 26 are based on the following conversation.
I'm glad the Labor Ministry wants to hike the minimum wage.
Well, raising wages is a two-edged sword. It doesn't always have the intended effects.
I'm not sure why you are saying that. It's only being raised 18 yen per hour.
Well, profits are quite thin at some companies, so they will pass on the wage increase to consumers.
I see. So you think that the wage increase will be canceled out by higher prices.
Number 25. What is the man's attitude towards the benefits of a minimum wage increase? Number 26. What does the man think will be the result of a rise in the minimum wage? Questions 27 and 28 are based on the following conversation. My parents left me some money, and I want to give some to a charity, but I keep hearing that the money often doesn't get to those in need.
There's a good website called Charity Navigator that helps people to find good charities.
Sounds interesting. Can I see it?
Sure. Just look on my tablet. See? Charity Navigator. You can see on this list of the top 10 charities that UNICEF ranks very highly.
You're right. It says here 90% of funds are used for the intended programs. Number 27. What is the man's concern with giving money to charities? Number 28. What will the man probably do next? Questions 29 and 30 are based on the following conversation. The UN has said that the world population will rise from 7.3 billion now to 11.2 billion by the year 2100.
Wow, that's a big increase. But isn't Japan worried about a decreasing population?
Well, I think that politicians and economists are worried about that, but of course their views are always short-term.
I agree. In time, it would be good for the environment.
True. I also think that Japan could become more food self-sufficient. Number 29. According to the UN, what will the world population be in 2100? Number 30. According to the man and woman, what will benefit Japan in the long run? Four. Directions. You will hear 2 short talks. After each talk, you will hear 5 follow-up questions. Choose the best answer for each question and mark your answer on your answer sheet. Questions 31 through 35 are based on the following talk.
Good morning. I hope you had a good weekend. We have lots to cover today, so let's get started. Last time we talked about how stress research has clarified its effects on people's health. Also, we learned that not all stress is bad. There is eustress, good stress, and distress, or bad stress. Today we will talk about a recent source of stress called technostress. This type is caused by the use or overuse of technologies, especially various kinds of computing devices. For office workers, 24-hour-a-day phone calls and computer emails are obvious stressors. However, related to younger people like you, several articles about distress caused by smartphone games have also been published recently. Typically, a smartphone game creates a level of stress by posing problems to overcome or solve. Of course, it is very satisfying if you win the game, so this is eustress. However, some games can become almost addictive and reduce time for other important activities. Also, not winning may cause irritability. In some cases, serious medical issues such as headaches and insomnia have resulted. Today, we'll look at some case studies of technostress and later discuss how to treat this recent problem.
Number 31. Who is the speaker most likely to be? Number 32. According to the speaker, which of the following is the most common source of technostress for office workers? Number 33. According to the speaker, what might be a source of eustress for a young person? Number 34. Which problem resulting from distress is not mentioned by the speaker? Number 35. Which of the following career fields will the listeners most likely enter in the future? Questions 36 through 40 are based on the following talk. Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me to speak at your entrance ceremony. Question: how many of you have decided what you want to do after graduation? I see only 10 hands up. I have a message for the other 90 of you. Decide soon. I have been successful. That is why I am here. I have a satisfying career, a loving family, and I am financially comfortable. However, this was not always so. In fact, at age 38, my life was a disaster. First marriage over, no real job, too much debt. How did that happen, you may ask? I believe these troubles started because I had no clear direction after college, and from there I drifted from mistake to mistake. At 38, my life needed rescuing, so for the first time, I set a goal. That simple act gave my life meaning and purpose, and ultimately success. My message then is set goals, and the earlier the better. Some people fear failure so much that they don't set goals. Things will change, and sometimes you cannot achieve a goal. There is no shame in a thoughtful change. The important point is always to have a goal. Number 36. Which of the following best describes the main topic of this talk? Number 37. Who are most likely the audience? Number 38. Which of the following does the speaker say was the origin of his troubles as a young person? Number 39. According to the speaker, Why don't some people set goals? Number 40. What is the speaker's attitude towards changing one's goal? This is the end of the listening comprehension section. Go on to the next section.